Hey guys, it's late tonight. It's late. I just stepped in. I'm gonna do a reading for you and pull a few cards. See what's going on here and get you some advice, get you some information about your person and your situation, whatever that may be. I'm not certain yet. I never really know. I kind of let it flow. I will start to do readings that are more specific, but right now I just kind of let them flow. However universe wants to give information is how I put it out. And yeah, so I'm going to pull from, whoa, okay, I'm not taking all those. I'm going to pull from, okay. Alright guys. Alright, so I'm going to start with these. I got bad games. It's not a great start. Somebody's been manipulative, giving you mixed signals. Okay. Lots of different messages. Okay. Wow. These are mismatched here. Alright, this tells a perfect story right here. Okay, this is going to be your past, and this is going to be the present and future, okay? Well, the present more than anything. We'll get some future with the tarot shortly. Anyway, in the past, okay, this person, you guys might have gone into something with like a friends with benefits type thing, 222 on the clock as I look up. And I mean, this person may not have had the best intentions. They may have been very dishonest and had like very immature behavior, been manipulative, and just didn't want anything serious, okay? They did not expect anything from this. They maybe wanted a one-night stand, or they wanted a friend, you know, just like I said, a friend with benefits, what have you. Then they started to kind of feel some type of way about you. But a lot of desire, too risky. You're forbidden fruit. Maybe there was, you know, something not socially acceptable about it. I don't know if there was another situation that they were involved in, and maybe you did not know that you were being dragged into a third-party situation. But it's been very hard for them to resist, right? And, you know, they've tried really hard to sever ties and make an ending with you and to move on. And they may have abandoned you and called it quits and tried to close the chapter and walk away. And they may have even, you know, ghosted you. They're not ready to communicate, right? This card says it's best to part ways to heal, right? This person had a lot of growing up to do, a lot of maturing. They didn't mean to fall in love with you, but guess what? They did. But they know, with this true gem, this is a connection we're saving, that you are valuable, that you are top-notch, that you are not to be, you know, you're not like the other people that they're used to dealing with this true gem card. They know exactly who you are, right? They want you. You present a big temptation for them. You're beautiful. You are alluring. You are just loving. And it's a type of energy that they've never had before. Okay? But they had to do a lot of healing, right? They know that they weren't prepared for this. Even though they didn't want it at first, and then they fell in love. But they knew they had to make changes, so they went ghost, okay? They ran. They may have given you very cold behavior. They did a disappearing act. They didn't return calls or texts. You know, and they were not ready to communicate, right? You may very well be in separation right now. But the truth is going to be revealed, okay? There needed to be balance here. They needed to have integrity and treat you with fairness and bring you truth, because there are things that this person was hiding, okay? Not just their feelings. They may have hid those too, for certain. But there's more to it. There is more information that this person has been hiding from you that they need to bring you, and they know that. And they find you to be perfect, just beautiful. Absolutely a diamond, okay? They know your value and your worth. And you bring them happiness, comfort. They know they could have a foundation with you, and it would be easy. You feel familiar to them, okay? They feel secure in your you know, they feel at home with you, like welcoming, like you could have a family together and just be in love. And if there is a third party, I mean, if you were brought into a situation where you became a third party, I guess I should say, leaving all that is familiar. This person is going to leave behind the situation, okay? They're going to become estranged from whoever it is that they are with. It's going to be, this person is not home to them. They're a foreigner. You are at home. You are home to them, this person that they're currently with. Or this may very well be, when it says leaving all that is familiar, this is belief systems, right? Outdated beliefs. This is things like, there could be differences between you that just wouldn't be socially acceptable. There could be race differences. There could be age differences. There could be, economic differences. There could be any number of differences that maybe someone has said, oh no, why would that person want you? And just made them feel bad about it. And they're trying to deal with their self-esteem and stuff at this time. They know your worth. You are just amazing to them. They have to come into the point where they're worthy or feeling worthy. We have the Creator, and we have the empty room. They feel such a void. The medallion. That's a gold medal. They know you're the prize. They know full well you are the prize, that you are what they want. Let's look at the Creator, and I'm probably gonna have to put on my glasses. And probably clean them eventually, so I can actually see and eat a Swedish fish. I know I'm random. Sorry. Let's see, guys. There, in here is somewhere oh, here we go. The Creator. $105, which is, let's see, the Creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, oh wow, the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the Creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room, oh wow, resonate with healing sounds. These two are together. That's cool. That's very cool. So this void, That's beautiful. This person felt empty before you. Absolutely and positively empty. But the Creator reveals with just, I mean, wow. You've given this person ideas to work with. You've given them confidence and information and things that they are going to be able to fill this empty room with. You were a catalyst for this person's change. They generate bounty from the seed that's tossed. Others have tossed away. They felt tossed away, guys. Maybe in childhood, they didn't feel like they were enough ever. You've given this person confidence, as I said. Through generative, though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The Creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. So, what that's telling me is that this person had to come to some conclusions and stop getting in their woe is me energy and really have to look at their situation in their life for what it was. Truly what it was. Not what they wish it was. You know, not what they imagine it to be. They needed to really look in the present as, you know, their situation relates and their past. Okay? Trusting that a force greater than themselves. And you know what? That is the first. This is just, codependency has been reigning supreme in my readings a lot. Not maybe the last few, but prior. That is the number one of all of the, you know, the AA, NA, CODA, all of them, is that you know that you are not, you have no control, but you can trust that a force greater than yourself can fix it. Now you're going to make me want to pull up the first step. It's a 12-step process, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to get it for you and tell you exactly what it says. Let's see. Step 1. Very first step. We admitted we were powerless over whatever addiction, you know, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever, that our lives had become unmanageable. Actually, step 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to our sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Those are the first 3 steps. AANA CODA. That our lives had become unmanageable. This person's life has become unmanageable. They've been trying to fill this void with all the things for a very long time rather than feeling through their feelings. It says, the Creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the Creator's lifelong companion. The Creator is naturally attractive and coveted. As its energy zings with possibility, you can feel a Creator type when they enter the room. Your person may have an aura a big aura. They may be big. They may be, you know, extraordinarily big, tall, a just commanding presence. But it says, as okay, the creator is naturally attractive and coveted. As its energy zings with possibility, you can feel when a creator type enters the room. All eyes land on them. That's beautiful. They have an aura that's huge. But this person also may have had an ego that couldn't get through the door where they needed to be creative. And they may have needed to have an ego death and really hit rock bottom to give it all up and say, you know, my life's become unmanageable and I can't handle this anymore. You know, I need to be restored to sanity because the things I've been giving to are not worthy things. You know, and they came across you and your energy was different. Your energy is just amazing. They've not encountered anything like it. I'm excited to read a little bit more about the empty room and then the medallion because it's beautiful. I mean, this person feels like playful with you and open, but not so open that they are just completely vulnerable. But you know what? You've reached in deeper than anyone else has been able to. But when in the dark, they lose their spark. They're exhausted. They feel burdened and weighed down. With you and your energy, they feel light. They feel creative, playful. To increase your creator energy, ward off jadedness at all costs. Recommit to childlike curiosity and nix the rules. Become a black sheep. That's what they are needing to do. Now, the empty room. I'm excited to get to these archetypes. You know, I wasn't sure that I cared for these cards. I really, really like them, though. Very much, because they're very deep. They're very, very deep. 147. The empty room. Okay. And I turned open right to that page. Interesting. The archetype of the empty room is also portrayed as the hungry ghost, always feeding and never satiated. Like I said, the void that they try to fill over and over and over again, that they have never been able to fill or satisfy, ever. They keep trying substance, you know, people, everything, you know, work, overworking to try to fill that void, money, and they wind up in the same place over and over again. And again, feeling your energy has given them a different type of spark. They're like, what is this feeling? I'm not sure about this. This scares the crap out of me. The empty room haunts us all. It is universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. Again, steps 1, 2, and 3. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. More. We're so focused on the almighty dollar and having enough and being enough, and it's our worth. And you know what? Guess what? You're the same dang person when you have money as when you don't. You're the same person. You may feel a little more superior to others because you have more money, but that's ego. That's ego. It's got to die. It's not about the money. You are the same person with $1 or $1 million. It doesn't matter. You're still going to have to face that child. That inner child that you haven't healed, you're going to still have to face that. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, taking a leap of faith, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with the nothingness. I feel like that's from Neverending Story, The Nothingness. I could very well be wrong. It's been a very long time since I've seen that movie. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you're doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. Get quiet. Your person, and you too, need to get quiet and get meditative and get contemplative and sit there with it. Sit with it. The answers will come. If you can stop focusing outward at all the things you don't have and focus inward and allow the divine to drop the nuggets of wisdom into you. Get those downloads. When light, spacious, potential and possibility. When dark, addiction. There's the addiction word. I'm not kidding. Dead serious, guys. Don't know if you can see that or not. The bottom little area, it says addiction. Funny, because the creator is the one that suggested. That's where I was leading off with that one. That's interesting. Addiction, insatiability, and more for more's sake. A day of silence is a surefire way to harness the power of an empty room. Funny story, in Bali, there's one day a year where you should not fly in. You should not fly in. It isn't wise. Because it's a day of silence. They do nothing except to be silent. It is the most beautiful place. Bali was magical, I promise you. It was so spiritual. I loved that place. I felt very at peace there. I love this one. That is amazing. Let's read the medallion. 183. Interesting. The medallion, the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. Do you believe that objects contain supernatural properties? When have you experienced this to be true? Imagine you and your family, school, or social group had a crest, emblem, or an amulet. What would it be? Draw it. When in light, upholding tradition, protecting and honoring. When dark, burdensome, inheritance, habituation. There's that habit again. There's that habit again. Go deeper, ancient Egyptian scarab amulets. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it's important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect, and why? Is there an object you have held onto for years that you're ready to release? And this is not just talking about physical objects, guys. This is talking about ideas that no longer serve you. What are you holding on to that you need to let go of? Is it a relationship? Is it an idea that's outdated that does not serve? Is it an idea that you have to have a certain amount before you can do a certain thing? Or you have to have a certain thing before you can be creative and go towards your purpose? Or you have to be shown every single step in your journey before you'll move forward? No. Let me tell you a little about the divine. The divine will illuminate one step at a time. Thus again a reference to AANA, whatever is troubling you. You have to take the first step before you can take the second step. And the way that God works, or the God of your understanding, He illuminates one thing. He's not going to show you everything. Because guess what? You would be fearful to take that second step if you saw it. If you saw the whole journey, you'd be like, I don't think I could do that. But if you take it one step at a time, he'll illuminate one step at a time. You take that step, you do as you're called to do it, you listen to your intuition, take the first step. The second step is illuminated. And before you know it, you're at the top of the mountain. And you're looking back down like, holy crap, I did that. Wow. It's not something that I thought I could do, but I did it. Because you were divinely guided and you were listening to your intuition. So if there's something that you or your person, this could be for whoever's listening, if there's somewhere you wanted to go or something you wanted to start now. Take a leap of faith. Put one foot, get both feet in and go for it. Don't just dip a toe in. That doesn't even make sense. Because you're not going to see the second step. Jump in. Dive in. Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. Go for the gold. Your person is making a decision to step towards you. They know that you are a part of their path. Now I want to see what your person's next intentions are towards you. And for that, I'm going to grab the tarot, but I have to shuffle for a moment, okay? That is beautiful. It feels like a big element of addiction is troubling your connection. And again, that addiction could be to anything. And honestly, realistically, anything that you overdo or you become unbalanced in can be an addiction. Anything. Gym work. You know, weight loss. You go too far. All of it. It could be an addiction. You can be addicted to anything if there's no balance. Okay? Alright. Let's go with this. Okay. Sorry, guys. Alright. Let's see. What are the collective's person's next steps towards them? What are the collective's person's next steps towards them? Oh, okay. Oh, the sun. The sun. I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on, guys. They're gonna go toward their happiness. And their passion, they're determined. Pride of riches, though. They need to let go of this pride of riches if they want their victory. They're apprehensive and fearful. They doubt that they can bring you what you need. They're scared. What is the collective's person's next steps towards them? They're going to do their best to keep to the path, okay? Positivity, strength, and vitality. Warmth and passion and enthusiasm. They're fearful, but they're going to overcome that fear. They've got two cards surrounding that fear. The Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. They find you to be beautiful. Oh. What is the collective's person's next steps towards the collective? What is the collective's person's next steps towards the collective? Well, okay. Queen of Pentacles. Good. Okay. They're finding the strength to come toward the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles, intelligent, kind, truthful. They're going to bring truth. They know they can have stability with you. Generous, you know. The Queen of Pentacles is like dependable. I mean, she's amazing. They're finding the strength. Okay. Any more information that the collective needs to know about their person as it relates to the future of this connection? Is there anything else that the collective needs to know in the situation? Can I come off or no? No. Goodness. Oh. Celebration, stability, home, rest, cleverness, beauty, romance. This is celebration card. That was trying to come out sideways though, guys. They're doing their best to find the strength. Right under the strength card too, they want that. This is my twin flame card. This is my celebration. This is my reconciliation card. They are trying very hard to reconcile with you, and there's a tower coming though. And the tower doesn't have to be bad, but they may need to let the tower fall. And what that tells me with all of these cards here saying that they're trying to fill a void, they need to let that tower fall. And you don't need to be involved in that. You need to stay away from it while that tower falls. Because they need to let it fall so they can experience their happiness and their victory. If the tower doesn't fall, you got 3 4s here. Divine protection. You've got 4 4 4. That is divinely protected love. This connection is, it's second to none. It's authentic. It's real. This is a 1 in a million connection. And it is divinely protected, guys. This person has to go through this tower before they'll be able to find the strength to come forward to you and get their victory. They are very fearful of the tower. They're going to let this tower fall so they can have their happiness. That's what's going to happen. Well, that's beautiful for you guys, and I'm really glad for it. But I hope that this resonates for all of you. All of you. Be patient. If this person is the one that you want, be patient. Because they're working through quite a few things. And again, you know, you might look into CODA, which is Codependence Anonymous. If you feel like you are overwhelmed by this connection and by, you know, maybe you're watching a lot of tarot readings, maybe, you know, you're obsessed with this person, you might check into codependency as being something that you need to attend to. You know, heal yourself while they heal themselves and come together better. And I think that's all I got for you, and it's super late, guys. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care.